We are live. This is the Four Battle Boy Podcast. I'm your host and moderator, David Vix. And we got back Big Straw. Big Straw is back and better than ever. I forgot the rundown here because I'm glad to get my guy back.
It's been a minute, big dog. It's been a minute, but I don't move. I think last time I told y'all I had moved back to Georgia, man, and at the time I was trying to keep Creighton Straw International afloat, so I wasn't able to get here. But I'm back. So we're back and better than ever, as you said.
Back and better than ever, back in Georgia. Right now, we're going to talk about the NBA All-Star Weekend. I know we're a week late, but, we didn't have a show Wednesday. Caitlyn Clark, NFL offseason series, might have Mike on here. Maybe Anatole to hop on. I'll tell him to hop on because he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing no schoolwork. So, in the words of Ryan, I want you to see the new intro I had set up.
Okay, yeah.
And what I'm supposed to be doing? What you tell me to do?
Well, it's Shawn Michaels. Music.
I'll be hitting the button.
E and Big D. That's what makes this funny. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Some way, somehow, when it counts, just wait. They will let you down. The accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, the accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. I'm predicting they're gonna be irrelevant. I'm predicting an absolute embarrassment for the last decade and a half. They make me laugh. All the talent that they have is unbelievable, man. Big D, teasing you. This is what they do. Walking through weed, show up on cue. Accident, something will go wrong. The accident of the big Jumbotron. Accident, gotta recognize it's a black cat running around as a franchise. Say it with accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, the accident, waiting to happen. It won't happen. How about them Cowboys?
This is Four Battle Boy Podcast. We are back and better than ever. Ryan is back with the Big Straw Productions, and we got a number of sponsors that that help fund this show. They really don't. I just be saying that. Ryan's sponsor. It's Crazy Straws. Crazy got straws. He moved back to Georgia just to pump this out, so he committed to the business.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. You like straws? You want them different shapes, colors, sizes? Hey, Crazy Straws is where you want them, baby.
I just thought about that. You done cut the goatee.
Yeah. I cut it, bro. I've been on the job hunt, man. So trying to look a little more professional. So I can then when I get in, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
You always kept the goatee.
I know. I just I got some advice from a close family friend, and they was like, man, it was long too. That was the thing. It was so long. And they was like, man, they going to think you Dobie Gillis or somebody from the 60s. You might want to cut it down or cut it off.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my job to tell me that. I'm like, where are your policies say you need to trim your beard now? Right. That's almost right. Dax waving room. You got what need waves in your head? Get some Dax waving room. Might have waves since 1994. He got a bald head. So still got waves. Still use Dax waving room just in case he want to ways back, so you got it up. Arizona tea, 99 cents, and Florida's 89 cents. You drink it, you're gonna get diabetes. You'll be over simple.
Instant diabetes.
It's the diabetes. I'm with Brendan. I got diabetes. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Tell your friends. Tell your uncles. Tell your neighbors. Tell your enemies. Tell your co-workers. Follow the show. Trying to get to 1,000. Trying to get some subs, a lot of subs, so we can start making some money. Some passive income with it. Club Shay Shay got up 1.1 million, and they be start off talking about sport and anything, talk about diamond. People, I got a diamond, boy. I'm a diamond.
we need to have Monique and Cat Williams on. We'll get there. Let them just add their grievances.
Yeah, maybe we need Cam Newton. We need to get Cam Newton.
Yeah, we're going to have to get Cam. We got to get Cam to, like, for Wednesday's show.
Oh, yeah, we need to get Cam. What happened, dog? BuyNiceShirt.com. If you pledge one of the Divine Nine or you went to HBCU, BuyNiceShirt.com got all your stuff. David's podcast, chopping it up. Check him out on Spotify. It's probably on Apple Podcasts as well. And he has a Patreon page. And check him out. Great podcast. Talk about everything. And, of course, all our sponsors, Henny & Coke, Crown Royal, XO, and Ginger Ale.
The dog liquor.
The chat is already. There you go. Oh, we got jokes, man.
Really?
And so I've been getting the part for the last 6 months, dog. But y'all see me like this though. I don't turn my head. You got yours on the right side. I got mine on the left. So
wow. Happy Easter Day.
I don't have to beg. I like eggs. Happy Easter. This must be fun. And Corey Green, we've been off. Yeah, we had a week off. Corey, we'll be back on Sundays and Wednesdays. We talk pop coaches on Sundays, some basketball on Wednesday, football. Straw, did you even watch the All-Star game?
I didn't because just like everybody been saying, man, we got to figure something out, man. This lost its luster. You know, it used to be a thing where you would go and you would want to watch it and just to see who would win. And more than anything, you would want to watch All-Star Saturday night. So I think it's lost a lot of its shine. I don't even know who won the dunk contest, bro. And that used to be the thing. You know, you want to get with, you will see who won the dunk contest, see who won the 3-point contest, see who the MVP of the All-Star game was. Now it's like, at this point, I'm like, I missed it? Okay.
Yeah, Matt McClung won it. He defended his title from last year. He beat Jaylen Brown in the finals. Let me do this. I give credit to Jaylen Brown for entering the dunk contest. You are the highest paid player in the NBA. Folks don't realize that. He's the highest paid player in the NBA right now.
Yeah, he got his contract last offseason. So I give him credit too. We wanted for a long time. I remember when LeBron first came in, we wanted LeBron so bad. Everybody wanted LeBron. I don't think LeBron has ever been in the dunk contest, if I'm not mistaken. I think, did Ja Morant participate in one?
No, not yet.
See, and they looking for Ja Morant before all his troubles and everything, suspensions and injuries and everything. Everybody wanted Ja. Everybody still wants Ja. But man, it's just one of them things now to where it's like, you know, you got to find some way to put a little more shine, a little more luster on this thing. I think they made some tweaks this past year for last weekend, but it wasn't enough for me to say, you know what, I'm tuning in.
Yeah. Also, I was in and out, like, I can't do this score because they're not even playing no defense. When we were growing up, I'm going to get to my thought. Well, Matt McClung beat out Jaylen Brown. And let me go backtrack a little bit. Four folks, like Stephen S. Smith says he's blaming LeBron James. Him and Perk say that. We didn't say that Kobe to defend his title. We didn't say that Vince Young would defend his title. We didn't say that Tracy McGrady to defend his title. We haven't said nothing to Zion about not participating in it. We haven't said nothing that we can't blame LeBron because he's trying not to do it. He said it himself years ago. He's an in-game dunker. He's not a dunk specialist like that. He's not that creative. If you've seen him, he really is an in-game dunker.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, Stephen A. Smith, you have to miss me with that because you do anything to try to put Michael Jordan on a pedestal. Don't get me wrong. I'll concede Michael Jordan is probably the greatest player ever to play if he's non-centers. Let's say non-centers. Then that's a whole other category. But folks don't realize we got to count the first 7 years, though. We're not counting the first 7 years of his career. We just looking at from the 90s. We ain't talking about how his dad got swept 4 straight years. Got swept 4 straight years. Then you got knocked out the second round, knocked out in the conference championship twice. Isaiah Thomas beat the Celtics and the Bulls in that decade. You couldn't even beat the Celtics. Michael Jordan didn't even beat the Celtics.
It's just a different era, Fave. I mean, it's hard to compare eras. NBA in the 80s, late 80s into the 90s was so much different. I mean, it was so much different to the point to where, you know, you didn't see a lot of the stuff that you see now. And now a lot of that stuff that you were looking for back then is so commonplace now to the point to where, you know, you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, I've seen that. And that's why I believe, you know, you're not going to get you don't get a lot of shine with the dunk contest. And, you know, same thing with the 3-point contest. You want your shooters in there. You want your Stephs in there. You want your Durant's in there. You want your Clays in there because you know that that's their reputation. You want to know who the best is. But that really doesn't. I mean, it's like I said, we done seen Steph on several occasions just walk to that tunnel and throw it up and then go in. You know, he's a shooter. He is, but I mean, in the contest, that just might not be his thing. It's almost like that theory of the home run derby. You know, a lot of batters in the home run derby in the MLB, they say they don't like to participate in the home run derby because it throws their swing off. Mm-hmm. Some of the things with the shooting, you know, Reggie Miller says a shooter, that's the last thing you're gonna lose is your shot. But I mean, it may be something they just don't want to have a competition and throw off any mechanics. So, you know, that's something. The skill competition, I really think it should be point guards, shooting guards, and small forwards only, because they're going to handle the ball more on the open court. So I think that should be a better competition. They'll find a way. One thing I will say about Adam Silver is he'll find a way. He's innovative. He's a little more innovative.
This question I want to broach on. Anatole, if he's still on, hop on the show. I know you ain't doing nothing. Anatole, hop on the show. You ain't doing nothing Sunday. We need you on the Sunday rotation. You ain't doing nothing but commenting. Come on the show. He said everybody, kids, they fold clothes. You can fold clothes and we real life. It's real life over here. Everybody cool with each other. They don't push themselves. Yeah, I can see that. When you look at it, the All-Star game, as far as the type of play, hasn't been the same since about 2013, 2014. And you can go back a little bit further. But at least those games in the odds have been competitive. The guys, Luka Doncic put up a 70-footer just for the hell of it. And that made no sense. The way to get back, if you want, either A, you scrap the whole weekend, but you're not, because you're going to be losing money with sponsors. Or make it USA against the world.
Yeah, that's what you're probably going to have to do. That's probably what you're going to have to do. USA against the world. That would be the best thing. And as much as I love Kobe Bean Bryant, let's take all that out. Let's go back to the regular.
Oh, they went back to the regular East and West this year. And went back to, like, the point they ain't put I forgot what the rule they called it for 24 points.
Yeah.
And they took that out this year.
Yeah, I didn't. The first year I understood. The second year I was like, were they still doing this? And then, like, I'm glad they went back to East and West. That's one thing. I don't want the NBA to end up like the National Hockey League. Hockey used to be big in the 90s. Yeah. Like ESPN had something. You knew a lot of the Mario Lemieux and the
Yoggers, the Yzerman,
the Yoggers, the Messiers, and all them cats like that.
We talk hockey too, y'all. We know all sports. We just don't talk.
The Federals. We know a lot of these. We know the first 8. The first teams and everything. But see, the thing is that when they lost that contract and then they went on that strike, it destroyed them.
Yeah.
Now, what they did, they were trying to build it back. Some of the ideas were trying to actually work. Like they had the U.S. versus the world. all-star game. That's probably what's going to have to happen. I think the idea was actually in the Rising Stars Challenge at one time, and they may just have to bring that forefront. And because you got a lot of international stars or stars that were born, in Canada, and like your Lucas and your Jokic, them guys right there. Those are some of your premier players. So let's see if they do it. Let's see if Adam Silver's smart enough to see this or read a few emails. I'm sure he's gotten a few.
Oh yeah, I know he got a few. And what hockey did was that I think they did the 3-on-3s, something like that. The 3-on-3 or 4-on-4s, something like that, like King of the Hill, and that's what they did with the Rising Stars game this year. They made a king of the court, and that made sense. Now, that to me would make more sense. That way, you got 24 All Stars. You randomly select people to be on a 3-on-3 group. You do 11.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's one way to do it. I mean, keep it short. That way you can say that way you guys can say we beat you 3-on-3. That to me that would be more competitive.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a way. I mean, you got a lot of your stars and everything. They're gonna have to do a little bit more. I mean, you got your same stars. I mean, you've had the past 5-6 years, but I mean, I'm believing in Adam Silver. He's innovative. He seems like he got his finger on the pulse of what the players want to do, and hadn't been any labor stoppages under his watch, and they've been doing well under his watch. So I hope they can continue to go that way.
Coming to the stage, we have my cousin Anatole Cloud, alumnus of the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, and also alumnus of the Cairo High School Syrup Makers.
Home of the syrup makers. Don't
Home
forget the syrup
makers.
The syrup makers. Yeah, Big Strong. My high school mascot is the syrup makers.
It's all right, bro.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, man. I was listening to a couple of things about the All-Star game, and I heard Draymond say he was disappointed in Anthony Edwards. I'm a big Anthony Edwards guy, like you are, Strong. And I watched him in the skills competition throw up left-handed threes and left-handed layups and dog it. Everybody just being so cool now. I mean,
yeah, they
back to high school. Kids don't play for real. Like top players, they go to a basketball high school. They don't go to their local high school anymore. A lot of them go to the G League. Nothing wrong with going to the G League if you're good enough. But it's like college basketball. I'm a Kansas fan. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but college basketball is watered down big time. I know Michael loves it, but it's hard for me to watch it, and it's cause kids trying to get to the NBA as fast as possible. There's nothing wrong with that because they do it in baseball, but it's a smaller pool in basketball. If you get what I'm saying, so
yeah, 450 players.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Max.
I don't know, man. They got to figure something out. I think the last good All-Star game was
2020.
It was at 2020 when they first did the Kobe rules and everybody was there. I watched the first quarter of the All-Star game. I watched Halliburton hit 5 threes, and I was like, I cut the TV off, and I watched True Detective finally. I was like, I'm done. I'm not watching this. This is not.
How was that episode of True Detective?
Oh man. You haven't watched it yet, brother?
No spoiler. I ain't watched it. I'm gonna binge watch it next weekend.
Oh man,
I like the first 2 seasons of True Detective. I didn't watch the one with Mahershala Ali. I haven't watched that season with him. I watched the first 2. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons when they had Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. Then they brought.
I'm gonna tell you the rankings. The first season was the best one. The third season, the second best. Then this one, and then.
Vince Vaughn season. One Vince Vaughn and Colin Farrell.
Yeah. And the Vince Vaughn and Colin Farrell season was good. So that's how good this season was.
So that's what's that?
HBO.
HBO Max. Okay.
Max, yeah. Good show.
Okay.
It's an anthology series, whatever. They do present day and then take it back when they were younger. So but yeah.
So Fabian, True Detective this season, It's supposed to be a follow up to season 1.
Follow season one. How's it a follow the season 1? They had a okay. Okay. Enough said.
Remember, my man was from Alaska. Remember, he was from Alaska.
Who?
The
Killer?
No, not the Killer. What's the one of
Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson. He was from Alaska. What?
Did you got fireworks on?
I got fireworks.
What's going on?
You snapped your finger, dog. You're on the iPhone. You snap your finger. That's fireworks.
Come on. Time to celebrate.
If you're on your camera, it does some type of motion. If you're doing like FaceTime or
I know, do a thumbs up. Do a thumbs up. But yeah, Woody Harrelson, dad is in this, and mother is in this season. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
watch it tomorrow at work.
They got that block, man. That's what I can't.
Okay. Yeah.
Only thing ain't block YouTube TV. So you know I watch First Take. And no, I listen to First Take on the way home. I don't watch it at school because I need something to listen to on the way home because I got an hour drive. Now I watch NFL Live after school. I watch that.
So you watch YouTube TV on the Black Folks Network on their internet?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
it's connected to YouTube, and we use Google products, so they can't block it.
I'm scared, boy. This is my first year in K-12 education. I'm scared.
When we had COVID hybrid, they had unlocked Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, all that stuff. They had all that stuff unlocked. When we came back in the building, they locked all that stuff down. They locked all that. and then last summer, I'll watch HBO Max. I'll watch Bizarre Food while I'm doing master scheduling. I'm flipping through some stuff. Next thing you know, day or two later, then I went to Max, so we're gonna block. I watch Max. They ain't blocked that yet. Next thing, the next day, bloop.
So my school system not big as yours. So when we do something wrong, they call. They be like, "Hey, you got enough free time? You can be on this all day."
That's the thing. I don't be on it all day like that.
Yeah,
so I'll be in the hallways and stuff half the time.
I ain't even connect to the Wi-Fi at the school.
Yeah, I use Pandora now. I use Pandora if I need to get on that grind. So because they don't be checking like that now because they got it blocked where we try to, most of the stuff is blocked anyways. Like StreamYard, I can't use StreamYard if I want to do like a live session with some folks doing like a career day or something like that. I can't use StreamYard, and I think Restream is starting to get blocked from them. I have to use Google Meets or something now. So I can use on my laptop if I want to, but at home, but I can't. Some of the stuff I still can't use. But anyway, that's our student teacher corner right there. Teacher corner. The All-Star game gotta get better. They gotta get better, and they're gonna have to start. Adam Silver, we gave the Easter trophy. Like, well, you guys scored 200 points.
It was
has that ever been done before?
No.
200 points. I don't see. That's what I'm saying. That should have let you know right there. I know there've been some high All-Star games because they ain't been playing defense, but when you score 200, that should have set it off. And Adam still, hey, let's figure this out. That can't happen no more. I need a competitive. If we're gonna have a showcase, we'll have a showcase, but I want it to be a somewhat competitive showcase.
Yeah, I think Cat Williams scored 50 points in the game, didn't
he? Yeah, Big Cat scored 50. He thought he was gonna try to win MVP. Like, dog, you're not on the winning team. You're not gonna win an MVP, dog. You get a cookie.
They shook his hand and backstage. Great job.
Great job. Go back to Minnesota. And y'all gonna have this all access in Minnesota, and y'all gonna wet the bed against the Bucks who've been struggling. I've been talking Cad money shit about Doc Rivers. He still ain't gonna make it to no conference final. He ain't made a conference final since 2015.
Yeah, since he won the thing, right?
No, 2015 when he gave it that 3-1 lead to the Rockets. But Corey, I know we're gonna talk, but we're gonna move on to college basketball in a second, talk about Caitlyn Clark, but I want to talk about the men's game too. Fellas, so much has changed. College players stayed off 4 years. They did the 5th year. We truly saw those guys develop. Now after a year or two, they go pro. On the other side of the coin, kids want to get their millions. ASAP, can't blame them. I do not want college basketball to come watered down. Corey, unfortunately, College basketball is a dart looker with coat and 2 cubes of ice that been sitting there for 3 hours.
It's water. But see, here's the thing I agree with that. My thing is this. The kids that come out of college that do stay 4 or 5 years, 3, 4, even 3, 4. Let's not even push it to 4 or 5. Those are the dark horses. Those are the ones that kind of came out of nowhere to actually be something. And they, just think about a few years ago when Butler made it to the final, right?
Yeah,
they played
2010, they made the final again against UConn in 2011.
Right. And they allowed what's my guy that was on that team? Can't think of his name. Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward was thought of. He brought that team back. But I know coming out of high school, he wasn't that guy. He wasn't that guy coming out of high school. He went to Butler. He didn't go to UConn. He didn't go to North Carolina. He didn't go to Kansas. He didn't go to UCLA. So, he didn't go to Kentucky. So he went to that school, stayed his 4 years, played hard, developed, and made himself a pretty decent NBA player. That's what I want to see out of the college basketball. I want to see those guys when they, you dive and you got everything to gain. You got everything to gain. So that's what you want to do. That's what I want to see. I want to see some of these unsung heroes. Some of these guys that are 2-star recruits coming to a college and developed into a great player and get drafted in the first round, whether it's lower, top, or mid. I want to see. That's what I want to see about college basketball. You always gonna have them guys that can go pro out of high school or go G League or whatever. I don't believe they develop as much as them guys, because them guys are hungry. Them guys want it.
And now with NIL, I'm gonna let Anto jump in a second. NIL, they're thinking like, if they're smart, I'll build my money, stay 2 years, and then go ahead and just go to league. Let me ask y'all. Go ahead, Anto. I got a suggestion for y'all. I thought about this for years for college basketball.
So Fabian, know I'm a Bill Self guy. I watch in Kansas, and Jay Billis said he wished the kid from Australia, Murphy. I can't think of the kid's name. He wished he would come back next year, but he's getting a lot of first round buzz. So he was like, why won't the kid just stay 2 years, getting the NIL money, try to be a lead dog, don't run to the NBA to go into the G League. But hopefully that'll change with the NIL money, because the NIL money is huge now.
Yeah.
A kid like that, a kid from the Caucasus Mountains in Kansas playing basketball, he should get a good little check, So hopefully he doesn't go pro and he can be the face of college basketball next year, because kid's pretty good. And I can't even think of his name right now. I think it's
I don't follow. I watch it, but I just Kansas. I try to keep up with Kentucky and Carolina on all those teams, because
Kentucky, man, they are
they up and down. They're gonna get knocked out second round, but we'll get to that in a second. With I know Matt Adam Silver said that with NIL, that's killing his G League. It's not feasible feasible for him doing it. It ain't worth it. So they were going to be rethinking the G League process and Ignite League as well. So why do this? Why do it? Which brings me to my idea for how to fix college basketball. Treat college basketball like you treat college baseball. What do you mean, Faith? If you know the rule, if you're in high school, either you go pro as a high schooler, or you gotta wait 3 years.
Oh, it's 3.
It's 3 years,
mm-hmm.
Which is the same 3 years NFL college football players gotta wait to go to the NFL. Which goes back to the collective bargaining agreement with NBA players and all that, because they said in the collective bargaining, you got to be 1 year outside of your 18th birthday and 1 year from your high school graduation to be eligible for the draft. You water down the game. Grady Dick played 1 year last year at Kansas, and it's really not getting – it probably getting a burn now since the Treyway half 18. Grady Dick was a sniper for Kansas. Problem is, though, he should have stayed 1 more year.
Yeah, Grady didn't know. Yeah.
Should stay one more year. I can't think of so many guys. Who won in the draft last year?
Give me 3 players from UConn team.
Huh?
Give me 3 players from the UConn team.
Klingman. That's why they went on a 10-12 game winning streak because he came back from injury.
Oh, you know, Victor Wembanyama went number 1, Fade.
Wembanyama,
France. Number 2 was Brandon Miller.
And your shooter went number 2.
Yeah, shooter. Yeah. no, Baby Driver, because he was a driver.
Baby driver.
Brandon Miller. We ain't heard nothing from him but Charlotte is a despo for
He doing good. He doing good.
And Scoot Henderson, Cam Whitmore was.
I totally agree with you there. I mean, but it's either gonna go one way or another. It's either gonna go one way or the other. It's not gonna go. You're gonna have either a lot of people decide they're gonna go that at 3 years, or you're gonna have a lot of people that think they're good enough to go, right out of high school. My thing is that I think a lot of what's happening is because of the way society is. When we was kids, man, we wanted it so bad that we were willing to work for it. Now, because of the way society is, we have what we call an instamatic society, a microwave society. It's you waving money at these kids. Hey, you can go to the G League and we can start paying you. Or, hey, yeah, go on to college for 1 year. We get you this NIL deal. You come to Kansas. We get you this NIL deal. You come over here to Tobacco Road. So it's almost a catch-22. It's almost if you damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
It just like kids coming out of high school. Moses Malone, of course, came out of high school. Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bean, LeBron, Dwight. So
they were. I really believe they were special. They were just special enough. I believe they took time to develop Kobe. They took time to develop KG. Moses was a freak, but he developed into one of the greatest players of all time in some people's books. But some of these cats, man, shoot, they don't really understand the speed of the game. Is the speed of the game. I mean, it's like any other sport, though, in my opinion. I just feel like you got to, if you're going against the top level competition, just go ahead and be ready for the top level competition. Take that 1-2 years in college. Be the big dog in that pond and be the big fish in that pond, and then go to the ocean and see if you can beat up on these sharks. But they throwing these brim into the ocean, seeing if they can survive. Some of them grow up, some of them don't.
Which is why I think if you I want to get Caitlyn Clark right quick, but make it a 2-year requirement to go to be from high school graduation, 2-year requirement. The collective bargaining agreement, you can make that happen. NBA in the next deal. I'm thinking media rights deal is coming up too. And we notice HBO Max is catching a lot of things streaming as far as hockey, baseball. They got NBA on there, so they're trying to get on this streaming way like the NFL did with Amazon Prime. So
yeah.
if my product ain't what it is, and I'm showing an all-star game and I'm giving up 400, they're scoring 400 points on each other, why would I want to put that on there? So,
right.
Which goes back to the quality of player, coach, all this stuff. You got something, Anatole?
Yeah, real quick. Kid from UCLA, I think he's Hispanic, Jaime
Jaquez.
He's the 4th leading rookie when it comes to points, playing for the Heat. I mean, he was in school for 4 years, developed, and he got put in 18th, but I mean, be developed, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. That is me. I watched Jalen Rose play 3 years of college basketball. I watched Chris Webber play 2 years of college basketball. Ain't nobody in the NBA better than those guys. Patrick Ewing played 3 years at Georgetown. Come on. I know it's a different time back then, but Patrick Ewing was 7-1.
Yeah, Iverson played 1 year, but of course he spent 1 year in jail, so he lost
did 1 year at Georgetown?
He was there 1 year.
Yeah. I just really believe that it's about the person, the competitor, that athlete. It's on them. Do they want the money or do they want to compete? Sometimes people get in your ear too much, man, and just have you believe in all types of things, man. But if you know what I mean, it was something about going out athletically and just trying to be better than the next man or stay ahead of the next man. Just about competition. Now they've been told so much to the point to where it's like, you know, I ain't gotta do nothing. I'm the best out here now. They done told me I'm the best. I know I can do it.
One thing I learned growing up, heard it from an old man or maybe TV. No matter how good you are, there's always somebody better than you out there.
There you go.
Do my shake. Oh, talking my dog.
Hey, Shay the man.
Yeah, he's blowing up. I wouldn't be surprised if he probably like work with Stephen A. I'm be surprised if he stayed there longer than 2 years, to be honest with you, unless Stephen A. leave and then Shannon will take over. But then he will need to move to New York though, unless they take to LA.
The Johnny Manziel Shay was better than the documentary that he did on Netflix.
Yeah, that was
way better.
That's something we need to talk about on next Sunday when we talk about Coach Johnny Manziel. I watched the majority of that. I'm like, dang, John, you were straight two parent household. Parents move, make sure he can spend time with you, and you still off the chain. But
that's the more recent one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it because they be 2 hours long sometimes. So
that one was 240. That one was 240. 240. And he said Kevin Sumlin will. I know we're gonna get to Caitlyn Clark. I promise. Well, look, Caitlyn Clark, not Caitlyn Clark. Kevin Sumlin.
Okay.
Well, clubbing just like Johnny Manziel did. And you saying he a hypocrite? He said Kevin Sumlin a hypocrite for telling him not to do that. Hey, that's why he got fired. Then when Arizona got fired again for I think sexual harassment.
Man, he applied for the FAMU job.
Well, why they didn't hire him? That made more sense.
The players wanted. The players wanted who they got.
And get what they're gonna be doing this year.
We're gonna be fine. we HBCU champs. We're gonna be fine.
All right,
just fine.
All right, let's get to Caitlyn Clark. Mike had one of the question Mike said for somebody to say that they gonna be on the show. We need Boo back to Sunday. He's showing out here talking about their rundown. Yeah, I'm taking shots at you, Mike. You probably
I think today was the beginning of his AAU thing. So he unfortunately.
So, which means go back to my point. We need to keep it on Wednesdays, so that way have a crew on Sundays and have a crew on Wednesday. That's the reason why. But anyway, the next point, Caitlyn Clark is the all-time leading scorer in women's basketball. She's very close to breaking Pete Maravich's record. We real quick, yes or no? Right now versus 20 years ago. Right now, women's college basketball is better than the men's game. True or false? I'm gonna say true because we know who the players are.
Yeah. I'll say yeah, simply because of the fact. I mean, you got a 2-3 year story going on in South Carolina that people are actually watching more than they're watching the men's game, simply because of that. And then Caitlyn Clark. I mean, she's dropping them off every night. Like, come here, come get this. Those two things right there are keeping eyeballs on the screen. So, I mean, yeah, you know those people, you know those players, you know those programs. So, and the programs that we know in the men's game are steadily switching. Florida Atlantic made it to the Final Four last year.
You know why? You know why they made it to the Final Four last year?
Why?
Yeah, 4th or 5th year starters on their team.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. The teams that you normally would see, your traditional blue blood teams are not all that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. And that's what you want to see, like your North Carolinas. You see your North Carolina. Man, what my team? Oh, they ain't doing too hot. Man, Kentucky, romper. They ain't doing too hot. But then you flip the coin, South Carolina, 3 years in a row. Man, I'm finna watch Don Staley coach these girls. See that Caitlyn Clark she did to John Cena? Oh yeah, we got to. They can't see her. They can't see her. Just bringing the entertainment, the extra value to it. So yeah, right now, this is almost them years remember when Tennessee had Shamika Holmesclaw and them and Pat Summitt, and you knew them names. Same thing happening again. It's the resurgence. Your UConn team, Rebecca Lobo, Gino Auriemma's the coach. That's good. That's some good stuff.
Breonna Stewart, 4 championships in a row. Diana Taurasi, 3 championships. Sue Bird, 4 championships.
Yeah.
Maya Moore. I barely can name, besides Bronny James, might be able to name a couple college basketball players. Klingham, Hunter Dickinson, because he left Michigan to go to Kansas. Philip Kowski, the one that got ran over when the court got stormed.
He tripped the guy.
And Reed Shepard from Kentucky, because that's Jeff Shepard's son.
Jeff Shepard's son?
You remember Jeff Shepard was bad from Marist.
Georgia, Jeff Shepard?
Yeah.
Atlanta Hawks, Jeff Shepard.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story about Jeff Shepard. LaGrange High School, me and Michael sitting in the gym. Michael was on the team. He was the manager on the team.
I'm about to say, I know he play.
No, he made the team, but his and I ain't gonna get into it with him, but he wasn't able to play. He made the team, but wasn't able to play. Draw your own conclusion.
Go ahead, grades. Okay.
But we watched that dude drop off 30 one night in LaGrange High Gym. My personal story, Jeff Shepard was also an all-state high jumper.
Mm-hmm.
So one Saturday, we had the LaGrange relays, and Jeff Shepard came down there and put on an absolute show. Almost, and you got to remember, this is a high school jumping 7 feet in the high jump. That he didn't jump 7 feet; he jumped close to it, and that's a big story. That's a huge story. He has always been athletic, and but yeah, I didn't know his son was playing ball. That's
he can ball too.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
And I'm gonna bring up a question. We're gonna talk. But Caitlyn Clark, would you consider her the greatest women's college basketball player of all time? Me, no.
Close but no cigar. Nope. Close but no cigar.
Chelsea Plum got the most points, but I think she was a 2nd round pick for the Vegas Aces. To me, go ahead, Anderson. I'll let you get in first before I
go. I liken women's basketball to women's tennis. We'll watch Coco golf and the Venus Serena back in the day, and all the female players over the male players. Now, don't get me wrong, Federer is the man, but women's tennis is more exciting. For the past couple of years, women's college basketball has been just more exciting for me, constant players. God bless the dead Tasha Butts, Shamika Holmesclaw, Candace Parker, Snow, Teresa Ellis from my hometown. I can keep going for a while. Women's college basketball is just better. But to answer your question, I do not think Caitlyn Clark is the best female player of all time. I have to go with Shamika Holmesclaw was a beast. She was a beast. Maya Moore. I think it's out of them two. That's just my personal.
Sharon Miller.
Nah, she had a Jerry Curl.
Really?
She had Jerry Curl.
She's a better shooter than her brother.
Yeah, she scored 100 points in a high school game. I gotta give her something.
Yeah.
They was actually able to keep the stats and you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, Reggie said it best. The best player in his family was Cheryl, and then because he goes you know, and tries to make a career for himself. That's a hard act to follow.
The great Charles Barkley said the best female player was Teresa Edwards.
Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson, Lisa Leslie. You can put Brittany Griner in there. Yes, but only reason why we can sleep on Cheryl Swoops is because she said the stupid ass comments on Gil's Arena. But to be fair, Kayla, they're gonna embrace Caitlyn coming in. They're gonna say she's the white Steph Curry probably, even though Ionescu really is to me is a little bit better shooter. They're gonna show. Remember Jeremy Lin 12 years ago? Lynn Sanity and all that stuff until they played Miami. In Miami,
that's a good documentary on Netflix too.
Yeah, because I mean, he wasn't expected to play, and he didn't want to play, and everybody got hurt. They had to play him. But
they want to find something one way or another. They want to find something.
We'll say let's hit the pause.
She shoots a lot too. She shoots a lot.
She does. And before today, the past two games, they held her in check, especially in Indiana on Wednesday night, I believe, Thursday night. Yeah, I think she was like 6 for 28 or something like that. They'll body her, they beat the hell out of her. Indiana beat the hell out of her. Indiana need the game. All right, we got one more topic. We're supposed to be doing our NFL off-season series, starting with the NFC South. What I'm gonna do on this topic is one thing this team needs to do immediately. Let's start with the Carolina Panthers. Anton.
get some picks. Get some picks. I mean, they need some players. I mean, they traded everything for Bryce Young. It's a great talent. Do they have a third round pick?
What's that now?
Do they have a third round pick?
They should have a third round pick. They don't got no first or second.
Yeah, they got to get some players, man. They got to put something around Bryce, cause I mean, I watch quarterbacks in the NFL lose confidence because of lack of talent around them. I like Bryce. I mean, I'm a Georgia fan through and through, but I like Bryce. Bryce is a player, and I hate for the brother to just be down like that. I mean, Bryce needs help. They gotta get Bryce. So the answer is get Bryce some help today.
Do you think? Let me ask this right quick before we get Straw's opinion. Do you think by hiring Frank Wright and then fire him, because he's gonna have a second offense in 2 years?
I mean, it's the
ownership, but remember, Alex Smith had 6 offensive coordinators in 6 years before Jim Harbaugh came.
Who's the head coach for the Panthers now?
Canales from Tampa Bay, the offensive coordinator.
He was OC. Okay, never mind. I would have hired B. Enemy as OC head coach or something. Cause Bryce needs some help. He needs somebody who will sit down with him and work him through what he got going on. And he needs some help. I mean, I think the best receiver they have was the guy from Minnesota.
Adam Thielen.
Yeah, Adam Thielen. I mean, he's serviceable, but he needs some help. He needs a run game. He needs a tight end. He needs something around him.
Offensive line, tight end.
Everything.
Fullback.
Something to help him.
Being game.
All of that.
Straw, what's one thing Carolina need to do this offseason immediately?
Yeah, they need to do the same thing. They need picks and they need help. I mean, if the GM can make some moves and get some things, and you can make some trades and get some people in there, that's what they need. They also needed to. I really think they're stunning his growth, man. You brought up Frank Wright, the whole Frank Wright situation. Frank Wright won the pick in the beginning to me. He shouldn't have been there in the beginning. And I think we looked at that pick and it was like, okay, you know, there wasn't no real pomp and circumstance behind them getting Frank Wright because he had just gotten fired from Indianapolis. So, you know, that was kind of crazy to me. And I believe it did kind of stun his growth, but it needs picks and they need help.
All right, New Orleans. I think they're still $27 million over the cap after restructuring Derek Carr's deal. I echo everything y'all said with the Panthers needing some picks, which means Brian Burns, if he's a free agent, you need to go ahead and franchise tag him, and then if you get a deal, you get 2 first-round picks from that team. But New Orleans, they didn't do it. The move they should have did, which they didn't do, were fired Dennis Allen. He's not a good coach. He's a decent coordinator, but remember he sucked in LA with the Raiders, Oakland with the Raiders.
I'm with you there. They need some help too. They started off the season pretty decent, and then they just they floundered in the end and just went back to just being pedestrian. But that was a bad division also last year. That whole division was terrible.
Should have won that division, to be honest with you. They had a better defense out of everybody in that division.
Yeah, they should have. But there's a lot of things that need to happen with that team. It's very similar to Carolina, but I don't think they don't have as far to go as Carolina has to go. They get 1 or 2 things here, 1 or 2 things there. They back on. They back, looking great. But yeah.
Why'd you answer?
They gotta make some tough decisions. Alvin Kamara, Taysom Hill, those guys making a lot of money. The receiver, Michael Thomas, they gotta make some tough decisions on that offense. Defense was great, but they gotta make some tough decisions. And Alvin Kamara, where he rushed for 694 last year.
I think he missed about 5 games last year. I think about 5 games.
Yeah, he missed games every year. Yeah.
First 3 games.
He's never gonna rush for 1,000. He's the most he ever rushed for 930. But it's like it's got time to make some tough decisions.
Yeah.
So the offense got to turn around. And the Saints, growing up, the Saints were an offense you didn't want to have the ball last because they're gonna score. They gotta look at the coaching staff as well. The coaching staff needs to be changed around a little bit, but they gotta make some tough decisions because the defense.
He should be fired. He should be fired and have to bring Bill Belichick in there.
Nobody don't want Bill.
He should be a defensive coordinator somewhere. He could be San Francisco defensive coordinator.
He don't want to do that. He been head coach too long. It was like you leaving your school and going to another school to be the school clerk. You don't want to do
that. I don't know now. Keeping my step.
Hey, I'm level 6 now. Can I get my level 6 pay?
Yeah, I'm so thinking about that. The EDS. I don't want no doctor. I'll wait a couple of years for that. Atlanta. Let me ask you this: is before we say what they need to do immediately, is Raheem Morris the right hire for the Falcons?
I think he is. I actually think he is. I'm basing this off of what he did when he was the interim coach. When he was the interim coach, they won more than they lost under him as the intern. So, and but the thing is, he's going to have to come with that same style because I don't think but like 1 or 2 players are there from when he was there the last time. And as always, happy to see a brother get a job, especially a head coaching job. So I think he is dependent on what he can bring. I'm very hopeful that he can do it. But who's the new GM now?
I think it's
do they keep it? They got the same GM?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hope they're gonna have some tough conversations.
So yeah, we did have the courageous conversation right quick. Mm-hmm. He the right here, Elzo?
For the culture, yeah, he is. Yeah, he the right hire. Yes, sir. He is. Mm-hmm.
All right.
He's
so what's the one thing they need to do immediately?
Find a quarterback. They got to get a quarterback. I know everybody wants Justin Fields. Straw don't like Justin Fields, but
No.
Oh, I mean, you know, I'm down. I'm off of them now. I'm off of that now. I finally got my certified letter in the mail. My apology that I was looking for, and we good now. We
okay.
good.
I don't know if Justin Fields is the answer, but we got to get a quarterback. Like, what's today? Sunday.
Yesterday.
We got to get one by the first Sunday in March.
Yeah,
before communion. I don't know who it is. If I don't believe in trading the farm for one player, but if it's the right player, not saying Justin Fields is the right player because
you get a second round, you get him for a second round pick, maybe a third.
I'll take it. Third round, I'll take it. And we'll go 3 years with him. If it don't work out, fire Raheem Morris and hire the Steelers head coach.
No, you can't have him. I'm sorry.
That's who
I know. But as long as he ain't losing, we want him. Now look, this is what's gonna happen. This is because you said that this is what's gonna happen. Mike Tomlin is gonna go in here, have another non-losing season. They end up getting put out in the divisional round, the Steelers. They're gonna let him go, and then you can have him. Because that I mean, when you think about all the teams and all the coaches that have been through the NFL on every team, the Pittsburgh Steelers in the past 40 years have had 3 head coaches: Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. That's why that franchise is stable. I don't want to mess up stability for my team. I'm taking this. That's personal. That's personal. That's me though. That's me. So I take it when the enemy have a good year over here at UCLA as an associate head coach. Get him. Don't get Mike Tomlin.
And I'm gonna say this about the Falcons. The Falcons are they're like in this abyss. They're too good to get a high draft pick, but they're too bad to make the playoffs. They're like in this trench, you know. You was in California, Faye. What you call that trench in California? You live in California, you know, they make the earthquakes.
The San Andreas fault.
The San Andreas fault. They're part of the San Andreas fault. They're too good to get a high draft pick. They're too bad to make the playoffs. So we got to get something in there. We got to get a culture change. We know what the Steelers do. We know what the 49ers do. They got good defense. We know the Rams, even though my quarterback been hurt, they got a good offense. What do the Falcons have? They got fans who wave flags. They got fans that wave flags in the audience, in the crowd.
They got Waffle House.
Yeah, and a Chick-fil-A in the stadium that's not open on Sundays.
No, we're on Sunday.
Waffle House good. Waffle.
Well, I had Waffle House. Waffle House right by my house.
It's got to come some other. They need to get Russell Wilson.
I mean, Russell Wilson or Justin Fields would alleviate a lot of. I mean, it's gonna get people talking. But I'm of the. I don't do. I mean, you got this guy in the draft pretty high. You ready to give up on him already? So now we're gonna go the veteran route. That's who you want. Either one of them guys or somebody that you know that's been in the league about 5 to 7 years that has not necessarily been the best, but it's been just good enough to where he's serviceable. He's very serviceable, and he's gonna get you across all them humps that Ritter can get you over.
All right, we got one team left. Tampa Bay Bucks. Straw.
Answer this for me. Did they Mayfield's a free agent, right?
Mayfield and Evans.
All right, so you probably won't re-sign Mayfield simply because of the fact that Evans has been there since the start of his career.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need to find you another serviceable quarterback. You're gonna have to. There's not a lot you're gonna have to do. They won the division, so even by default, they did play better towards the end of the year. So I would say, tweak here and there, make a good pick here and there, get you some good free agents here and there, tighten up. It's probably easier for you to look at them than any other team in the division.
Mr. Straw, I hate to interject, but Mr. Evans said he wasn't signing back with Tampa Bay.
Okay, well, you still got Goodwin, still got Chris Goodwin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he ain't hurt, he's a good receiver. So there's another hole. There's something else you're gonna have to fix. You just have to find you somebody else that wants to come there, another free agent that probably wants to come there, somebody you can trade for, and get you another quarterback. And tweak here and there.
Me personally, I signed Baker back. Baker put a lot of juice on that sideline. I try to get Baker, try to figure something out with Baker, and I'll roll. Bowles is a good coach.
I like Bowles.
He's a respectful guy. His son played linebacker for George Fabian as well.
Bowles had 2 winning seasons in 8 years as a coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach though. He's a good coach.
I mean, they gave him. They just gave him the job right after Brady left. Right? They just pretty much gave him the job. What's my guy?
He had the job. He had the job Brady's last year.
Okay. So
I'm a good coach, man. His body will work.
Body of work as a head coach, or you talking about as a coordinator also?
As a coach,
a head coach,
as a coach, special teams coach, D coordinator, as a coach, sir, not just a head coach, as a coach.
Well, we look at it. Bieniemy has a better record as a coordinator. He ain't got no job.
Bieniemy can't read and write. That's why he don't have a job.
Bieniemy cussing folks out of interview. That's probably why he didn't get no job.
Well, maybe they're teaching that at UCLA. Maybe he's the associate head coach now.
He's the associate head coach in Washington. Look where they got him.
UCLA.
So y'all say Straw said, what did Straw say? Re-sign Baker? Oh my God!
I said, if they gonna re-sign Baker, they got the cap room. Go ahead and re-sign Baker. But if they don't look like it's gonna happen, find somebody else that's serviceable and fill that hole that Mike Evans just left.
Kyle Trask could really put the pressure on Baker during preseason last year. So I could see Kyle Trask, but they're gonna have a different OC this year.
He's a Gator. He sucked.
Yeah, he does.
He's a Gator. He sucked.
Like if you ain't a Gator, you Gator bait.
I know it's not on subject, Faye, but I want to give a shout out to Dale McGee. He got it from the bottom, from the dirt. New head coach of Georgia State. He went from high school coach to college coach to head coach of Georgia State. Shout out to Dale McGee. I like coaches who get it out the dirt, out in the mud, like Dale McGee. Steve Wilkes, Dale McGee. They got out the mud. They was handed nothing.
Yeah, I got out the mud on my own dynasty for Kentucky on March Madness 06. I still play that. They're trying to fire me after 3 years until I won my national championship in year 5.
I mean, that's the topic because the stuff we done put in the chat, in the messenger chat this week. I mean, on the NCAA 25. So I mean, that's a whole nother thing.
Oh, I already told my wife, Straw, I'm buying a PS5. I'm buying the new college game.
So it ain't gonna be on Xbox.
Huh? It's gonna be on both. It's gonna be on both. But I just, most people have PS5 that play it. Like I got an Xbox right now, and I got Madden right now, and I want to buy it. I want to end up probably buying both the console just so I can play my brother because they got PS5. I want to have a PS5 dynasty, and I want to have an Xbox Series S dynasty.
Yeah, man, boy, you living the life, bro.
It's gonna be after a lot of hard work. I got time. I got until when it's coming out in June or July. I got until then. I got a whole stack of change over here already starting to save for it.
I definitely want to play. I ain't played that Joker so long. I still got 06 in my drawer here on the Xbox.
I gave my son this summer my PS3 and NCAA 14.
That was last.
That's my
That
wife
when they
right
started. That when they started with conference
Oh,
alignment too, realignment.
So one of the things about this game, since we off on a quick tangent, real quick, if you go on your Xbox or PlayStation right now, you can actually they have a system set up to where you can download something and it give you a message and let you know when the game is available for pre-order. Price point probably going. I think the price point probably going to be about $10 higher, me personally.
It was about $89, I think, for college football.
I think $79. I think $79, $85 is what it's going to be this year. And
I'm sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
No, some people are going to buy it. People are going to buy it, one, because it's the first one in 11 years. And then two, they going to buy it. I mean, if you buy Madden, a lot of people don't buy the regular version of Madden or the regular version of certain games or 2K or whatever. They buying that middle edition. They may not buy the top tier, but they look at that middle tier edition.
Oh no, I buy the bottom one. I buy it from the bottom.
Depending on what I'm buying. If it's something that interests me, I may get it. But I mean, that's just me.
I'm cheap. I be cheating so bad on 2K. I be putting player contract at minimum.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna have to go. People are complaining because the players are only getting $600 to be in the game and a free copy of the game. But if you do 600 times 85 times 134, that's about $7 million. So I mean, what
they're gonna make that back though. I mean, they're going to make it back. I mean, but my thing is this with that. Yeah, people are gonna complain, but when you don't have an NIL deal, you don't have nothing. You that 85th player that decided to go ahead and get their face scanned and get put in the game, and they say, here you go, $600 and a free copy. You still got your scholarship, and you got an extra $600. And that's not the saying the player that's that bottom level NIL deal, they got it.
That gonna be some conversation when we get it. We're gonna probably see if we can do a live Dynasty or something on there. That gonna be lit right there. But
I got Georgia.
I'm gonna take FAMU. I'm gonna take them new heights.
FAMU would not be on there.
Okay, I'm gonna leave Alabama alone. I'm gonna get I'm gonna build my dynasty up with Syracuse.
Okay.
That's what I did on 99. I had me and my homeboy Baby and a couple of us. We used to stay up all night running dynasty. We purposely picked a team that had a senior quarterback. Skip the first year and start recruiting to see who had a better quarterback. I think one year I beat him in the championship game with Missouri, and I hate left-handed quarterbacks of the game because you got to flip your playbook.
Yeah,
because I run a West Coast offense when I try to catch them slants and them outs. I might throw deep every now and then. I try to catch them on them crossers, but I hate with left-hand quarterback because they're gonna get picked if you trying to go on.
Yeah, you gotta everything gotta turn. If you were throwing to the right, you gotta throw to the left and vice versa.
I can't stand that. But it is 10-13. We got.
Hey, let me say this real quick about the game. God bless the dead, my homeboy. Every night we go through a season, just simulate the whole entire season, just recruit. Mark Ivy, Antoine Barr, God bless the dead, Dry One Barr. Every night at Morris Brown. That's all we did. Dry One had UCLA. I had Florida State. Mark had Georgia, and Antoine had Texas. That's all we did in school. That was the best time of my life. Best time of my life, bro.
Oh yeah, that March Madden, Mark Madden. Oh yeah. Don't let them redo Temple Bowl.
Oh.
They redid Tecmo Bowl. So Tecmo Bowl has been being put out by independent people every year for the old NES. They still make cartridges and they update the rosters. You have to find them on Facebook and research it, but they've been putting it out.
Yeah, I got an old NES in here too. I got an old NES. I got a Xbox OG. I got an Xbox One. My Chloe has a PS4, and the youngest got a Switch. So we got a bunch of game system over here. I just
buy a PS5 this summer. I don't care if I got an Instacart. Go and buy me a PS5.
I don't want to spend that much money for that for the PlayStation. I'm used to Xbox, so
I'm used to Xbox too. But I'm gonna get both. The only reason I'm doing is because I'm getting back with my old dynasty from Alabama A&M, room 108A. We doing that, so I said I would do it. I'm gonna try to do it.
I feel like shot. I'm driving while I'm on the show.
at least we can see it though. At least we can see it.
Oh yeah.
That's our show, guys. We're gonna see. I'll let you know we're gonna be on Wednesday. More than likely, probably will be. Ain't gonna lie to you. We'll keep it Sunday. Next Sunday, of course, we're gonna still talk about some. I don't know if the Oscars come out next week or not. We still gonna be on it because no black folk got nominated for anything, so it don't matter. Mike, one of the topics I'm gonna try to put on there: which interview was better for Shay Shay, Monique or Cat Williams?
Desi Banks was good. Desi Banks was a good show. Was good. I like Desi.
I want to go back and watch that one, but I'm gonna go watch this Manziel one right now.
It's a good one. It's a good one, and it just made me upset. All the stuff, but what happened to him? I don't feel bad for him, but I feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? So, that's our show. We'll see y'all maybe on Wednesday. If not, see you next Sunday. We out.
Be safe.